Y'all know the Before Reaction My For Life is out there. Hope you guys having a blessed day. Make sure you subscribe to that so you don't miss an upload. Now, you have Reevy, a.k.a. Simple Michele, speaking on her son CJ So Cool, saying how they squashed their differences. But then the very next day, something transpired. Let's get right into the video.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Okay, like I said, me and CJ had squashed that shit. We had squashed it after when she told me to go in the house, he want to talk to me. Everything is smooth over. The very next day, at 2:25 p.m., the bitch texts me saying, Michele, remember we talked about you not going live at the twins' birthday because CJ is the talent of his business. Everyone is looking for something bad to happen so they can pin him out to be the bad guy. I'm personally giving you my opinion. You asked me and we both agreed you wouldn't go live. You're not going to be disrespecting me.
Right.
I said, I give two fucks about you. Furthermore, your past is coming back to bite you in the ass.
Let me just stop right there. Now, this is a conversation she had with the Heidi lady that was secretly recording her. And like I said before in the last video, like, there should be a line that you shouldn't cross. You shouldn't be recording people. I don't care if they your enemy. I don't give a damn if they disrespected you, to a certain degree. As long as there ain't no physical harm done in your body, they ain't threatening your life, and you need overwhelming evidence. And sometimes that shit ain't even admissible in court. But to secretly record someone, that's nasty work. I ain't gonna lie, that shit crazy. I even look at I don't give a damn. It's like even when 50 Cent recorded Young Buck, I love that shit. That shit was like ridiculously crazy to me. I love that 50, like, you serious, bro? Like, come on now. Like, that makes somebody look at you like you 5'0". Like, come on, man. Like, I'm from the street, so at the end of the day, I don't really be, I ain't up on that shit, to be honest. I don't look at that in no way of respect. That's distasteful. That's distasteful to me. But the shit that's said on this particular call, people say things in their own quarters. If you was a fly on the wall in anybody's home, believe me, you hear some wild shit. You got family that would talk shit about a different family member, and then that individual's talking about you. Then you show up to a goddamn family reunion acting like you all cool. They're smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Backstabbers.
I don't know what you're talking about. I said, oh, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You're just like I got a pass, bitch, you got one too. About the carpets, Lexi.
Hey, remember what I was saying? Sometimes Lexi be overstepping her damn boundaries. I have said this in so many occasions. Like when it came down to her literally talking about 32s, Bake 100, going off the rails, acting as if she was there from the very beginning. Like she literally has like no grounds to be speaking on these things. It's like that's very presumptuous of her to just come out of the blue and to just give your opinion as if it's supposed to matter. And CJ literally relates, like calls her things like the cook, the goddamn maid, etc. And it's just funny to me because he was never going to take it serious because of how he got with her. I said she's a high-end call girl. And there's a lot of them, in Vegas, especially by the casinos, because they stay with these men, these paid relationships that last probably a month or two with these very rich individuals. That's why when CJ was going around with her, and she was introducing them to these millionaires, these business ventures that she so-called called it, but that wasn't the truth. She was just staying with these men for a period of time, and she built some type of transactional relationship with them and decided to bring CJ along so he can somehow finesse his way into their pockets, but it didn't happen. That's some crazy work.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah, you know.
What's the carpets?
Now, Aquafina sent me this. You better be glad I ain't no motherfucking dog-ass bitch. Because the people love to hear me saying something bad about you. Love it.
Oh
Even though they picking your whole car any fucking
all
way.
you gotta
But
do,
coming out of my mouth.
all you gotta do is put in that title, Lexi, bitch, you ain't all that. You gonna get 100,000.
Maybe I go viral.
Baby, they playing with the.
But like I said, it's crazy to me because CJ has every right, to be honest with you, to not have any type of relationship with his mother. I mean, she literally allowed them to go into the system if it wasn't for their great grandmother and their grandmother that didn't have to raise them. I mean, she took on that responsibility, and which was really yours, Reevy. You were supposed to be the one to provide for them, to provide shelter, to, guide them through this life, discipline them, give them the essentials needed in order to navigate. But you abandoned them. And you really did it on your own accord, chasing your own lust. It's sad when you do have a mother that behaves as such. They can be quite disturbing. And I would just keep my distance. Sometimes you have to, keep people at an arm's length. You got to make sure that you're able to see them coming, because a lot of people will use and abuse just to get in your good graces to take advantage because they're opportunists. But Lexi, at the end of the day, I ain't saying that a person can't change their ways, because, look at Mary Magdalene, right? In the Bible. A person can change who they are and become a new creature, be renewed in the mind. But that takes a lot of work. And you got to see that through a person's actions. But this is just a cluster of nonsense.
The wrong one, baby.
What did you hear? She said, "Oh, my uncle says he knows Lexi, and she do get around, but I won't say anything." I said, "Okay." But the funny thing is, I found out the same thing the day before I went out there. She said, "What?" I said, "Yep."
Yeah, the day before she went out there to visit the twins, which is quite crazy. I mean, when a person has nefarious intentions, instead of wanting to see you and bring, that vitality, that good energy, and, put aside your differences and be able to work things out and be cordial and actually build upon that. And that's what's necessary for a prosperous relationship. Otherwise, you're just going to go downhill. And it's very minuscule to speak on such matters like this. I mean, to an individual that has a YouTube channel that could potentially put your shit out there if y'all ever do part ways. I mean, that's simple Michelle trusting somebody, but she's a fool, She never really showed no signs of intelligence. And Heidi, at the end of the day, like I said before, I agree with the fact that you can't mention your perspective without being crucified or criticized or undermined or excommunicado, exiled, etc. But it's another thing to record someone. I just don't be fucking with shit like that.
I was talking about what her own mama said. Now, she said, my uncle knows her from the MGM. I said, I'm trying to get more information, right? So I said, I'm not a big fan of hers anyways. She said, he said he got pictures. I said, wow. I said, I would love to see them. She said, but I wouldn't ever let them hurt CJ, let the pictures hurt CJ, I guess she was meaning. She said, I would never let them hurt CJ by showing them.
But why would you want him to be in a situation and you know that the bitch ain't shit?
Right.
Like that's a double-edged sword. Now look, why did you say you blocked Lexi? You had already blocked her. Why did you already block her?
Because I wasn't feeling her. Something about Lexi I don't like. She's fake for one thing. In real life, she's fake. Fake as hell. Baby, Camari told me she don't want to be there.
Vegas is
for CJ.
With CJ?
Mm-hmm. You would think that she got the best lifestyle. She does, but she don't like being with CJ.
Oh,
he barely goes upstairs. The only time he go upstairs is when he go in Camari room. That's it.
And
and he don't do that unless you're on camera. Like he told me, if you do videos, then you can edit things. Motherfucker, it's a lot of shit you.
That's crazy. Because at the end of the day, that's all my suspicions about how you feel about is real. Because she never really wanted to be there due to maybe because he uses her for content only, and that kind of speaks volumes. But shit, I have missed that in a plethora of videos before, and that is wild to me. I felt like she would probably want to be there if he was genuinely involved in her life and cared about her. But let me know what you guys think about in the comments, and I'm up out of there.